Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're seeing our video from. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's so nice to have you here, and it's my first time of seeing you like this one-on-one in a very long time. Please, if you're seeing my video, I've not made live broadcast in a while, and YouTube has introduced a lot of policies. I don't even know when people are commenting or when they are not. Nobody even give me stars anymore. So I don't know if they have removed that feature too. So please drop a comment if you're seeing this video. Also share to your audience so that more people can come to join us. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of Ndi Igbo. Dalono. Our viewership has dropped very drastically, so making this live video is one of the ways we try to see if we can push up our... Sorry about that little break. I had to take time off to share the video. Sorry about that little break. I had to take time off to share the video link to my other social media handles so that people can join us. Please join us. Please join us if you can. Let me wait for people to come on. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we are looking at the topic, the Igbo origin of Calypso music. I made a very long video about this topic. In fact, the video got too long that while editing it, the team got tired of editing. And we decided to shorten it as much as we can and post. You know, it's not a regular topic. We're talking about how Calypso music got its name, its origin, its source from our Igbo brothers. From our Igbo brothers who are in the Caribbean. They were the ones who started Calypso music. So the origin of Calypso music is traced back to our Igbo brothers in the Caribbean. And the word Calypso, according to the natives of Haiti and Trinidad, those who are indigenes of the place, says the word Calypso means Kaiso. Kaiso. Let's join. Let's follow. It's like a word they usually say when somebody tries to be rebellious. It's like a word they also say to encourage somebody. Kaiso. 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 They usually say this word Kaiso. So the white folks who do not understand the word Kaiso calls it Calypso. And that is how the music Calypso came up. Because if somebody is singing and the person wants to stop singing, they say Kaiso, that is like, move ahead, continue, we are with you, we are supporting you. And then the word became enshrined in the addiction. If this looks like a conspiracy theory to you or a coincidence, what about this one? There's a tree I posted recently called the cotton tree. We call it Akpu here. The Akpu tree is so important in Igbo land that communities are named after it. We have Umuapu in Igbo land. We have Amapu. Communities are named after the Akpu tree in Igbo land. So these trees are so important and spiritual that they are regarded as trees that engender fertility among women. In fact, the recent documentary I did of the community called Umuaja, it is because of apple tree that they named the community Umuaja, the children of sacrifice. So that apple tree is associated with a dibia. In fact, the one in Umuaja has its own dibia. But in Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti and the rest, what they call this apple tree is obia. Is that a coincidence too? Knowing fully well that here, dibia or di obia or di abia means a native doctor. That tree is called the tree of the native doctor as well in Trinidad. So not just did these people, our brothers, I don't like calling them slaves, not just did they live here with their physical body, they left with our culture and our language, and they still acknowledge it. One of my friends here on YouTube was the first person to remind me yesterday that during the 1967 to 1970 genocidal war against Igbo, that it was Haiti that was the first country among the Western nations to acknowledge and recognize Biafra. That is not also a coincidence. They acknowledge their historical roots, their historical origin. This is not a right time to make live videos, but we must make these live videos because our channel, the viewership is going down. The visibility is very poor. We take time to make documentaries, but people don't get to watch them, people don't view them because it doesn't have viewership. So we are making this live video to increase our watch hour so that you can help us increase our watch hour. What you do for us is this. Please share our videos to your audience. Also interact while we are making the video. I've tried to see if somebody dropped a comment. I've not seen any comments, but I'm looking forward to seeing your comments. Okay? I'm looking forward to seeing your comments. If you have any question to ask, please ask. Drop a comment here. Let me know you are seeing this video. Let's begin with that. Where are you watching this video from? Can you hear me clearly? Where are you watching from? I have 8 people actively watching, 0 likes. So if people and not robots are the ones watching this video, please, where are you watching from? May I get to know you and talk with you? Please. This is Enuani Cultural Forum, and what we do here is to promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. Thanks for being on board. I am hoping to see your contributions in the comment section. Please drop a comment. All right, we have our first comment from Clement Okonkwo, who is commenting from Lagos, and he's a top fan. Clement, it's nice to see you here. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to see your comment. Clement all the way from Lagos. Clement, how are you doing? So Clement, we're talking today a topic that centers on the origin of Calypso music. Emeka has also commented, Emeka Uche. Emeka, how are you doing? You're also a top fan. You see all the people watching here are already top fans. So please, my dear top fans, please, I am pleading with you. When you see our video, please either share, you contribute, or you make contributions like this. That helps to push up a video in the algorithm. You can see we now have 11 people watching. We have Anyaboso Felicia from Okuzo in Anambra State. Felicia, it's such a rare privilege to have you on board. Why am I saying it's such a rare privilege? Our platform is mostly dominated by men. Most of our followers are men. Most of our subscribers are men. So, Enuani Cultural Forum, I don't take it for granted at all. Because when a woman knows history, When a woman understands culture and tradition, so many ills in the society will be forestalled. They will be nipped in the bud. When a woman knows culture and tradition, definitely you can be sure that she will pass it on to her children. So I'm very glad to have you, my sister Anyaboso Felicia. Thank you. It's so nice to have you here. So please, if you're seeing my video, kindly drop a comment. This helps me to know truly that people are watching and interacting with the video. We dropped a video earlier on, about 3 days ago, discussing the Igbo and Ibibio origins of Calypso music. I also played some musical tracks from our Igbo musicians. I played from Celestine Uku and Unez, one of our brothers who sang that song. I have a landlady when I was in Enugu. She told me to be her boyfriend. That song, it's a Calypso mix of music. And it is the song of one of our brothers from Imo State. And Jonathan Azubike is watching from Asaba. Jonathan, it will interest you to also know that I am making this live stream from Asaba. So it's nice to see you. And I look forward to getting in touch with you and to meet you one of these days, Jonathan. Our phone number is in our bio. You can check there and send us a message on WhatsApp. I live in Asaba, and I hope that we can get to meet on one of these days. So if you're seeing this video, please help me to share it. You have done the first thing you need to do. Help me to share it and give it a thumbs up. We are now 14 people watching, and I need just 5 thumbs up out of these 14 people. If you have not given this video a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up. Help us to reach a larger audience and also share to your audience. Let me take this my advice and share the video to my own audience. I will be right back. But before then, I'm urging you to please also help us to share this video to your audience. Please. You can share it to your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your story, anywhere you feel it's convenient for you to share. Thank you. We have our first like. Somebody has just liked our video, and that is very good. It triggers the algorithm to share the video to a larger audience. And if you're seeing the video but you're not yet a subscriber, kindly hit the subscribe button, please. Please hit the subscribe button. So we're looking at the Igbo origins of the Calypso music. A lot of people don't know the importance of the Calabar waterway during the transatlantic slave trade. Calabar links you directly away from Nigeria. That downside of Igbo land, where you have Arochukwu and Calabar, takes you away from our shores into the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you so much, my brother Jonathan. So it takes you down away into the Atlantic Ocean, straight up, and you're gone. You can find yourself in the Caribbean, in the USA. Think of this. When the first set of slave ships came, they hit Calabar. They went as far as Asaba as well, through the river Niger, such that they had to build a Mongo Park house in Asaba. So these places, it was easy for them to get a good number of people and transport them back to their plantations back there. So it was an illegal trade, but as at that time, it was legal. As legal as you going to the market to buy goods or to buy goat. People were trading in human beings. So they came to this area, this part of the world. Very remarkably, the one that happened in 1803 at Dunbar Creek in United States of America, where Igbo captives stepped out of the ship and realized that what they were coming for was slavery, and they decided that death was better than bondage. And they walked into the river and returned back home. And they returned back home through the waters. They believed it was better to die than to be a slave. So that site became a historic site. In fact, I've shared a video as well of Igbo kings, Igbo, that is Akajiofo of Igbo land, going to that particular place, Gawaji, to appraise the spirit, the strong determination and strong will of those our ancestors who refused slavery. A good number of people did not walk into that water as well. They continued. So that is why in places like West Virginia today, you have World Igbo Day. Places like Pennsylvania, you have Igbo people there. Places like Austin in Texas look like if it is Igbo land. They have their Igbo Catholic Church over there. So our people who left here, that they hope to take away into slavery, went there and became people, became prominent people. I'm talking about the ones who went all the way to the United States of America, or at least the North Americans, the South Americans. They are ones who stopped in Gabon. They are ones who are in Liberia, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. We have Igbo people scattered in all these places. So, the music called Calypso, which began as a consolation music of a call and response, just like our tradition suggests. Music is communal here. You don't sing the verse and sing the chorus. You sing and the people respond to show that you are in unison with them. Ibwa ekwewe, Ibwa ekwewe. Please, the 24 people watching this video, I acknowledge you. I'm so grateful to see 24 people watching my video. I told you that our channel is currently experiencing a downtime because the mother anaghị eleze our videos. You know, the videos that trend are usually not historical videos. So when we make these historical documentaries and the few of you dedicate time, I really appreciate every single one of you. Even if it remains one bat, it will continue singing one bat. So now that we are 20-something, if 20-something of us can share this video to our own platforms, if 20-something of us can like this video as well, it will get 20-something likes. That is what triggers algorithm to push a video. So bikono, ihem na yono, dika umunnem no umunam, is please share this video, give us a thumbs up as well. We have just one thumbs up. In a video that when I end it now, I may see 200 impressions. Please give it thumbs up. It is not only when the mother that you rush out to come and interact. I've said this thing over and over again. It is not nagging, it is reality. If when I started this video, I was saying rubbish about an Igbo, the engagement here will be buzzing. You will not see where to place your comment. Anybody that digs out the greatness of Igbo, wherever it is buried, please support that person, whether it is me or not. Any video you stumble upon, don't just watch and slide away. You engage with that video, you like it. If you are not yet subscribed to that channel, subscribe to it. When we promote the good narratives, the wrong narratives will naturally fade away. But by not engaging with the good narratives, the person doing it will get tired. We have made this video now. This video is getting to 20-something minutes. It has just 2 likes. And over 20-something people have watched it. Going to 30-something have actively watched and moved away. Bikono, Umu Igbo. Ka na-akwado ihe ọbụla dị mma na-eme gbasara anyị Igbo. Ihe ọbụla dị mma ịhụrụ na anyị Igbo. Support it. As na onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche. We don't have too many people encouraging us or pushing us. Very little. In fact, instead of ndị Igbo, many of us here, some of us, to encourage onye Igbo ibe ha, they will look for one Yoruba girl that is insulting ndị Igbo. Go and give the girl engagement. Or do giveaway through her. If it's e-money and the rest, they will buy car for the people. So, bikono, umu Igbo, the little you can do, whether it is to comment or to share, there are so many tags they have placed. There's how well you will start doing a pub, as if it is a crime to be an indigenous person of a place. Before you know, the person will stop putting out videos. We'll look for another line of content and start doing. Not for our own sake, for posterity's sake. Because history will also look back and judge all of us. What we are doing here is beyond us. There are some people who created History Channel. There are some who wrote history book because in their time, what was in vogue was writing a book. If not for the way we have tackled Gowon, people would have bought the lies he published a few days ago and say it is true. But we have given him enough heat. And thankfully, our father did not write a book, Odumegwu Ojukwu. He was doing videos. I don't know what else somebody can do. People are blaming Ojukwu that he did not write a book. He should have written a book. What kind of book can be better than a man facing camera and telling you with his mouth that this is what happened? In my view, somebody went from television station to another, maybe live video, taking interviews to explain what happened. And Ojukwu should have written a book. Talking about what? Something he has already talked about every blessed day. So when Gowon put out his lies, it was easy for us to go and pick up the truth that Ojukwu has been saying over the years and reply him with it. All what Gowon and his team did in Igbo land is now happening in his homeland too. When our people were dying in millions, Gowon and Asika Okpabi were going from one television station to another to tell the world that the concept of genocide was a propaganda and that there was no genocide. Today, that genocide is visiting his middle belt and particularly Plateau State every day. And you expect us to go and sympathize with him, right? I don't have any such sympathy. I don't have it. What will foster national cohesion for Nigeria is to go back to the 3 R's that Gowon deceived himself with. He talked about reconstruction of Igbo land that was brought down to the ground. Some buildings still have bullet wounds in Igbo land. Just like he acknowledged that palm trees have bullet wounds. Imagine palm trees having bullet wounds. Do you know what palm trees mean in Igbo land? Do you know how important a palm tree is to Igbo? You kill the human beings and face the palm trees as well. And then came back to tell us that it was only palm trees that were shot, that people were not shot. So, Igbo, we know what happened to us. And thankfully, the person who led the war, Ojukwu, made enough videos for us to use as response when it is time. And this is that time. And we are using those videos. We are not buying the lies. You went to Aburi, signed an agreement. That is why it is called an accord. An accord because I agreed, you agreed. Only for you to go back home and you said you had a fever. And because of that fever, you were not able to announce to Nigerians that you have reached a peace agreement with Ojukwu. What even led to the visit to Aburi in the first place? Do you remember what led to the visit to Aburi? Because Igbo were being massacred in their thousands and nobody said a word about it. Before 1960 that Nigeria gained independence, 2 different pogroms have happened in the north against Igbo, and the British-led government said nothing. Then we gained independence, and they became emboldened. If you hear them talk about the 1967 war, they will relate it back to the January boys, as if it started in January. It did not start in January, not at all. You were already killing our people before January. Before the January boys that were not all Igbo struck, and you labeled it an Igbo coup as an excuse to massacre our people. Before that January, you were already massacring in the Igbo. In their thousands, we were dying. Nobody said a word. So Gowon triumphantly launched a book, and Theophilus Danjuma gave him 3 billion naira, Aliko Dangote 500 million. Where do you think they got the monies from? These are the beneficiaries of one Nigeria. Gowon made it very clear here in this video that I will insert when I edit this live video, that he believes that after oil was discovered in Igbo land, Ojukwu will become very rich, that he will begin to rule the whole of Nigeria. So when he returned from the accord he signed in Aburi, he sat down with the people he called Super Palm Sex. He sat down with Philip Asiodo, who is from Asaba here. He sat down with the then Oba of Benin, Oba Erediuwa II, who was then the head of the civil service too. And they both told him that he has given up too much to Ojukwu. And he decided to renege on the agreement. How do you renege on an agreement that you and I went to another country to make? When Joseph Ankara drove Ojukwu and Gowon to the airport, Ojukwu made a video and told us this is what happened when Joseph Ankara drove himself and Gowon to the airport. They were already in accord. They were drinking tea together, almost from the same cup. Only for you to get to Nigeria and you developed fever. Now you have developed fever, no problem. Ojukwu decided to announce what you people agreed, and you found it. You found an error. You found a fault in him making the announcement. There was no fault in him making the announcement. The only fault is that Philip Asiodo and the other guy, the Oba of Benin, have convinced you to disagree with what you agreed with, and you went on with it. So the blood of over 3 million people who died, not Igbo people alone, people died who were not Igbo. Listen to Philip Effiong listing the people that died who are not Igbo. How much more the ones that are Igbo? Today you see people from Port Harcourt, you say I'm not Igbo, I'm Ikwere. You see somebody from Delta, you say I'm Ika, I'm not Igbo. Who asks you? Who will ask you if you are from Urobo? Who will even ask you if you are Ibibio? Who will ask you if you are Efik? Who will ask you all these questions? What they know is that you are Igbo. What they know is that you are Igbo. So people were being taken out on the account that they were presumed Igbo. I know I've deviated from the topic I wrote for this video, but it is necessary that I delved into this line. I was trying to explain to us, when you see somebody promoting Igbo culture and tradition, give that person the highest, maximum support you can give to that person. Maximum. Because I want victimized on all sides. When I watched this video of Antonio Abiasika saying that the concept of genocide is a war propaganda and that there is nothing of such, and that he is saying so not just as a political scientist who is a humanist, not just as an academic, but as an Igbo person who is overseeing Igbo land for the past 9 months. I shuddered. An Igbo son, even the people he was talking to were surprised. The people he was talking to, addressing in that press conference, were surprised. Don't worry, I will edit this video and put out that video so that you will understand what I'm saying. Biko na umu Igbo, ihe m na-ayọ, support the Igbo cause in any way you can. Any channel you see promoting Igbo culture, support it. This is not my mainstay. I have a source of livelihood and source of income. Assuming this is what I decided to do for myself, it is a noble cause. So I'm urging you to also support it in any way you can. Please, let us continue to grow as a people. There are so many other channels, small ones, that you see promoting Igbo culture. Support them. There are many ways to support people. I have a friend who is from Enugu State, another one from Anambra State. Once in a while, they will call. I have a friend as well who is the owner of Omenka app. And he may be seeing this video or he will watch it later. He's in the United States of America. All what he thinks about is promoting Igbo culture. In fact, he's a lecturer in the university there teaching Igbo. Bikono, umu Igbo. Anything you can do to support the progress of Igbo culture, the sustenance of our cultural heritage, do so. If not for people like us and those who are like us, who are promoting Igbo culture, there are some things you will never believe came from Igbo land. If not for people like you two who are supporting us, the ones who are supporting us would have shut down a long time ago. You can't take 1 week to create a documentary video and you come to see it has 100 views, 20 views, 30 views. Switch to comedy or switch to insulting in Igbo like a lot of them do, and you will see it out there. Imagine Ren Omokri in that video you saw me post. Ren Omokri was telling the world that Calypso is an Ibibio language, not Igbo language. Ibibio. And they are the ones busy telling people too that CBD is an Ibibio way of writing, not an Igbo way of writing. CBD. Akara CBD. Him na yo support. Thank you so much, Clement. God bless you. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate. And Clement says, my brother, you're on track. I appreciate you. Eh? A lot of comments here. A lot of comments. Jonathan, we'll just find a way to see. Since I'm in Asaba, you are in Asaba. Clement, God allowed go on to this. Truly. He says, with their eyes will they behold the reward of the, with my eyes will I behold the reward of the wicked. If Gowon had died, he wouldn't have known what is happening in his place. Look at him giving speech. He was laughing, practically laughing, when he was describing what happened in Onitsha. There are still buildings in Onitsha that are bearing bullet marks. And I'm not kidding you. There are buildings in Onitsha that bore bullet marks. That was not a military building. That was a residential home. And somebody picks up microphone to say the concept of genocide in eastern Nigeria is just a war propaganda. It is not true. And that you're saying as an Igbo man. And then you think generations after us will forgive you? Even if we forgive you, we will never forget such. So I was saying we have to go back to the 3 R's. You promised to reconstruct Igbo land. You promised to rehabilitate Igbo people. And then you promised to reintegrate them. Where is the national reintegration that you talked about of equal opportunities? If we had a place of equal opportunities, which Igbo man has been president of Nigeria since that war happened? Which Igbo man? Only 2 people have managed to come close to power. Only 2 people. Alex Ekweme and our brother from Abia State, whose name I cannot immediately recall, I think Gebitu, who was a chief of staff to Badamusi Babangida in 1985. He was just 1 year too. They threw him away. Which Igbo man has come close to the presidency since that war happened? We are talking about national unity and reintegration. If we truly want national unity, if for Yoruba man finishes, he will give to Hausa, Fulani. If Fulani finish, he will give to Yoruba. Yoruba finish, he give to Fulani. And you tell us of national unity. And people like David Umahi has the guts to tell us that this is the Biafra we prayed for infrastructural projects. Which infrastructural projects have come to Igbo? Bikonu ụmụ Igbo. Bikonu ụmụ Igbo. Support anyone you see na-eme ihe ọbụla dị mma gbasara anyị Igbo. Anybody promoting Igbo culture, Igbo tradition, Igbo history, as long as ihe ọbụla gbasara anyị Igbo maka ọdịmma ndị Igbo, support that person. First of all, algorithm is against that person. If you don't know it now. There are videos that I will take time to edit. After editing, once you post it, they block it. Why? All the videos that were taken during the 1967 to 1970 genocidal war against Ndi Igbo were not shot by Ndi Igbo. They were shot by the British Nigerian government. The same people that sponsored the war against Ndi Igbo. So if you put that video, they will bring it down immediately. Nobody will discuss anything with you. Once you put it, they will bring it down and tell you it's copyright or it's against their policy. Imagine a video so gory that YouTube doesn't want other people to see it. That is the kind of videos that emerged from Igbo. So whatever horror you are hearing that is happening in the Middle Belt and Jos is child's play compared to what happened for 3 years in Igbo land. So if you make a video to create awareness and let the world know what will pass through without rehabilitation. Is it not Boko Haram people that they are spending billions to rehabilitate? Who rehabilitated the Igbo soldiers who died during the Biafra war? Those who are still carrying bullet wounds all about. Who has rehabilitated them till today? After close to 60 years. Because by next year, it will get to 60 years since the war started. Who has rehabilitated one person? Who? Support and promote that person's channel. I don't have too much more to say. As for the topic that brought us here, I have not left it. I'm sure we have thoroughly, exhaustively discussed it. You can also go to our last video. You will see a video showing this documentary of the origin of the Calypso music. I just want to use this one live video to draw attention to it. Please go and stream that video. It has less than 1,000 views for a video that took up to 1 week to create. Bikono, umunne, I know we can do it. Thank you so much, the sagacious. So we have more than, yes, Ebitu Ukiwe, that's the name. I think it's autocorrect that I wrote ears for instead of Ebitu. It's Ebitu Ukiwe. He was like a chief of staff to Ibrahim Babangida, and they removed him after 1 year immediately and put somebody else. They are afraid today to have an Igbo man as president. That thing they are hiding. We will get to Aso Rock and reveal it. That thing they are hiding that is making Nigeria deny Ndi Igbo the presidency. We will get to Aso Rock and reveal it. That secret file they are hiding that they don't want an Igbo man to become president and he will go back and see it. We will revisit it. An Igbo man must be president of this country as long as we're in this country. Otherwise, everybody go their separate way. As long as we're part of this entity, that in we will reveal it. We will find it and reveal it. You ended the war, proclaim ceasefire based on your 3 hours. Where did you implement your 3 hours? Imagine go on blaming the coup that removed him. That the people who removed him, when this guy came in, Mauritala Mohammed, he could not continue with the program. How far did you do the program before Mauritala took it over from you? How far? Then you people had money to do first stack in 1977. God will punish all the people that have led this country astray till this moment. Igbo, we will talk some other time. Thank you and God bless you. Please go and stream that video talking about the origin of Calypso music. God,